Welcome to the Theologist Podcast. My name is James Chason, and I am the preaching minister for the Park Hills Church of Christ in Park Hills, Missouri. All right, here we go. Logos 9 has just been released. It released on 10/26, that was yesterday, and I didn't purchase it right away. I took a little bit of time. I looked at some of the videos that were coming out. I looked at some of the first impressions, the people that had the beta version. I listened to what they had to say. I looked at the packages online. I scanned the forums, and I did a little bit of research. I kind of looked at some things and asked a bunch of questions, really of myself, and tried to find some answers online. And so I ended up purchasing it today. I purchased a package today, and I played with it just a little bit. But I figured I'd give you my first impressions. I haven't played with it a lot. I haven't really looked at a lot of different things. So I'm fairly new with this, fairly fresh. Did just a couple little things and figured I would do a first impressions video. So this is what it looks like. It looks very similar in a lot of ways, in my opinion, to version 8. I know that there's some, maybe some under the hood kind of things that they've changed. There's some added features and databases and things of that nature. But it's not shockingly different. One of the things I like that I figured out how to do right away was right here. You've got the toolbar, and you've got a bunch of things that you can add there. So you can add quick access to your Bibles and to your dictionaries and search functions, and even links to programs outside of Logos and to websites, things of that nature. So I like this. I use it a lot. But what happens is you can fill this up, and then over on the right side, or you'll have this little icon that you can scroll through. Right? If you have too many items up there, you have to scroll along. They don't all fit. So what they've come out with now is this feature right here. This is a folders function. This is great. I mean, some people might not think this is a big deal, but I actually really like this because I use my toolbar for a lot of things. And so the way you create this is you'll click on, you right click on one of your resources that are up in the toolbar here, and then there's this folder, name of folder, and if you don't have a folder already created, you just create a folder. You type a name in there, and it automatically makes a folder. So, for example, I'll give an example right here. I'll just do Bible, Bibles. We'll do Bibles. I let go. It creates that folder. I click on it, and there it is. Now, the way you add is you can't drag and drop. I thought you could drag and drop. You can't. What you have to do is you have to add something to it. You have to. So let me open up another Bible, and I'll put a Bible in there. So let's just throw any Bible up. All right. So you have to right click it, and then you have to type the name of the folder. So the name of the folder is Bibles. That's it. It automatically adds it right there, right in there. So pretty neat. To remove it from there, you right click on the item name, and then just get rid of where it says folder, and it removes it right from that folder. Pretty neat. I'm going to delete that from the toolbar, and I am going to remove this out of here. There you go, and even the folder's gone. If there's nothing in the folder goes away. So pretty neat. So that's how you can do that folder option. I like that. I'm going to be using that. As you can see, I use it right here for my New Testament Greek. I've got a few things that are outside of Logos. These are not Logos resources. These are links to files and folders and things like that. But I really like that. That's a great little feature. Like I said, other people might not be too impressed, but that impresses me. There's another function, there's another feature here that a lot of people are talking about, and that is it's got dark mode. And you know, my eyesight is, well, it's not great. It's not like what it used to be. And I didn't think I wanted dark mode, to be honest. But I turned this on before, and I'm going to turn it on right now. And as soon as you click that, you have to restart. So once you restart it, it comes up in dark mode. And like I said, I didn't think this was a function that I needed or wanted. I do. I like it. So pleasantly surprised about this. And you can change that right from there. All right, so let's take a look at the home page here. This. All right, looks pretty much the same. I don't think there's anything different there. Look at the library. I'm going to say this looks pretty much the same. Oh, there is this start a reading plan feature. Let's click that. Alright, so you can start a reading plan right from the library. That's pretty neat. Decide how fast you want to get it done. Alright. Alright, I'm going to say it's not too many new features that I can see right off the bat in the library, but that's alright. Documents. Alright. The guide section. I know there's a few different guides. There's a counseling guide, that's new. Alright. Tools. Yeah, the sermon manager, that's one. That's a new thing. Sermon builder. They added some new features to that. Let's look at the sermon manager for a moment. Yeah, I don't typically use the sermon builder, the sermon creator there, so makes sense that there really wouldn't be much here. I played around with a couple of them. Alright. Radio calendar. Alright, this is the big fancy thing that shows you if you have more sermons created in Logos, then it would show you more colors. I mean, you can see I got one little speck there. Alright, but for those who alright, so there's a preaching calendar. You can schedule your sermons. Alright, that'll be interesting to look at. I might spend some time with that. Alright, I mean, I think overall, first impressions is there's some neat little tweaks. I know that there's a couple new little features. Really, it seems that the new features are geared towards full-time preachers, ministers, with the sermon add-in features there. The dark mode's kind of nice. I guess really maybe it's going to be faster. There might be some speed to it. Or we'll give it a day or two, or maybe a week or two, because sometimes the program needs to get updated, and there's some bugs that get worked out. Let's see. Let's take a look right here. Alright, so one of the new features is that you can get to the fact book from here, from the Go box. I guess the fact book has been updated as well, a lot, from what I understand, from what I've read. Let's see. All right, things seem to work fairly normal, fairly straightforward. All right. All right, as you can see right here, this right here would be a great example of it's fairly difficult to read that highlight. So my guess is that yeah, some highlights are not going to work very well in dark mode. That's something to take into consideration. That's something that I'm just looking at right now. So it's hard to see some of these lighter colors. Looks like yellow is probably the biggest. Yellow is the biggest one that's hard to see. That makes sense. Makes sense. But it's something to keep in mind if you're going to use dark mode and highlights. It's going to be very difficult to see some of those things. All right, first impressions. I have to say there's nothing that really jumps out at me with the overall interface, really the aesthetics of it. There's some slight changes, some slight modifications to the way it looks. Nothing dramatic. Doesn't jump out at you as something completely different. My guess is it's just a few extra features that they've updated, and then of course when you upgrade for a package or something like that, you get all the books. But probably geared more towards, like I said, ministers, preachers. This upgrade, anyways. I don't really see much. And of course, this is my first impression, right? This is really my first time in this. I played with it just a little bit, very, very little bit, before I started recording this video. So this is pretty much first impressions, my first jump into this new version. So there's probably some things that I just haven't seen, haven't looked at, and so as I explore, and maybe as tutorial videos and others come along, they'll point out some more features. But from what I can tell right now, unless you are someone who really enjoys the preaching functionality that was in here before, the sermon builder, and you do a preaching calendar, and those are real important for you, you probably don't need the full features, is what I'm thinking, unless you need all these little extra features, but they don't really seem to be that impressive, to be honest. And you might want to upgrade the package. That's always nice. If you want dark mode, you'll want to upgrade the program for that. But anyways, there you go. There's my thoughts on it. Hopefully that's helpful. I should say that I'm not an affiliate of Logos. They don't pay me anything. I don't have a deal with them. They didn't give me anything free. I purchased all this software. So this is my honest, unbiased first impressions.